Okay, so now I decided to go have a smoke. Um, I went outside to have a smoke, and I was noticing something about complementary colors. Now this is something I've known for a while, and I don't think I've actually talked about it, so I'm gonna talk about it. I was looking at the clouds on the sky, right, and it was kind of like this, right? So it was like a cloud here, right, and a cloud here and here and here, and it was like spread out like that, like right on this side of the house, or on the sky. And I was looking at it, I was like, wow, it looks really cool. It looks kind of like eyelashes or something. Almost like the sun and the moon are like eyeballs that open up, and maybe where the pineal gland or something like that. And then and then I was looking at the cars going by, and there's something about the way you like look at something and you follow it real quick. You like follow with your eyes, and it's almost like you sort of slow things down just by like looking at it. Like when you look at the fan blades and the fan blades move, if you just look away from the fan blades, it looks like it's moving really fast. But if you look at one of the blades and try to like follow it with your eyes, it's like you slow down time. You can actually see one blade and not just like a whole bunch of confusion. Maybe that's what quantum physics is about. It's like we're looking at it, but if you just slowed it down for a second and really looked at the movement of it, it wouldn't look so chaotic. Um, yeah, okay. So the cars are going by, and it was like zoom, 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 right? And I'm following it with my eyeballs. And then I noticed something about the reflection of the sun on it, and it like kind of pierces your eyes for a second, right? So then I was like, I blinked, and I saw like neon bioluminescence in my eyeballs. So I go like this, right? And it's like you see the actual neon colors of like the complementary colors of whatever that system was that you stared at. And that's how you see auras in people, is by like looking at them for a few seconds, and then like you shut your eyes and you get like that carbon copy, that photo, that the like Kirlian photography. It's like aura photography. When you close your eyes, you see the complementary colors. um I'm moving so fast right now. I'm sorry, I'm so excited. Yeah, so I keep playing with that, and I realized that when I went like this, and I'm looking the same way, because the street is like right here, and then the cars go by, right? So the cars go by, I felt the color snap in my eyes, so I closed them like this, and I kept going like this. I was like checking it out, and then opening my eyes, and then checking it out, and then opening my eyes, and then I looked at my hands, just like looked at my hand like this, and then I realized that when I looked at the sky, the way the clouds were like this, and I was like it looked like my hand. It was almost like the sky literally told my own future. Like my brain is the sky, and the sky was showing me that before I actually did this. Because once I did this, I realized it was the exact same photograph as my hand, but like a bigger picture in the sky. And I was like, what? It's so crazy, right? Um, so yeah, that's really all I had to talk about, was the complementary colors, and being able to lift the veil on things, and to be able to see all the colors that everything emanates, and not just this frequency. You can actually look at yourself in a mirror, and then like close your eyes, or look at somebody else or something, anything, and like close your eyes, and you can actually see the aura of the energy field that's already in them. And you can do that with everything. You don't even need to buy a Kirlian photographic system, like the actual device components. I mean, you can. It helps you to be aware of it. Like it's almost like by looking at something, by researching something, you remember. Like your brain says, "Oh yeah, that's right, that's right." And then it's like you literally unlock whatever that is in your mind just by researching it for a second. And then it's like you got to practice it by trusting your own cellmates. They have like such a good cellular memory that anything that you look at or think about, or anything at all, it's like you immediately know, because your cellular memory says, oh, this looks familiar, this seems really familiar. I think that's the reason why when we meet certain people, you get that they say, oh, don't judge a book by its cover. And it's like, okay, well, you're not judging, but your cellular memory says, something about the frequency here. What's going on here? Am I attracted? Am I aggressive? Am I, it's all about this energy and motion, this motion, energy motion. And it's like you feel this with everything that you do. And that's why sometimes when you feel uncomfortable, you sort of like stop, like an animal. Your animal instincts literally are activated because you feel a frequency that is a little bit different. So sometimes in that moment you take it slow, and in that way you do the same thing like when you feel overcharged and you go out in nature. It's that energy distribution that actually calms you down because you're exchanging certain energies and you realize maybe you're a little too concentrated, maybe you're a little too hyper, maybe you need to calm down. But either way, whatever you do, you can feel that there is a distinguishing difference in that frequency. Like maybe this is like more of a red frequency and it's very powerful and it goes a long way, and then you got like the purple that's like you can't really, it's like a higher frequency. So it's like when you're supersonic excited, it's like that purple frequency, right? Or even maybe a white frequency. And you like move into nature and you realize, oh, maybe I should slow it down for a second. And then that's when you feel the oxygen. The oxygen kind of like calms you down. The trees give you exactly what you need, and then they take your concentration energy and that gives them more energy. And by realizing that on a conscious level, it makes it more powerful because now you're giving thanks to that whole energy distribution process. And it's the same thing with people, and I think that's the reason why the healing power of touch and why I got this tattoo is because just by looking at somebody, just by looking at them with your eyeballs, you literally send out whatever cellular memory is locked in the back of your head, and it activates cells within your body, within their body, and the environment around you. Just by being aware of that, it literally makes the process that much more powerful, and that way you can actually recognize what you're doing because you can feel it and you know it intuitively that there is an energy field. And that you're only balancing it by feeling what's going on and going a little bit slower and checking it out. That way you like, it's like the hot and cold air. It mixes and it that's the whole reason why there's temperature difference, because it makes big changes in a system. The temperature difference. It's probably why there's like, static electricity and lightning and storms, because the energy distribution from the skies to the ground, from the people that exist there. It's all about energy motion. It's all about the emotion in that person, in that whole situation. Like, say like haunted houses or something, right? You go in there and sometimes you feel eerie. But it's kind of like, cemeteries. Some people go there and they feel uncomfortable. When I go to a cemetery, I feel so comfortable being there. And maybe it's because I realize that there is a lot of energy there, and I take it slow, and I read the tombstones, and it's like, I try to think of it this way. I don't think of it as walking on people's graves. I see the name, and it's like, they gotta be thinking, I wish someone would remember me. I wish someone would give me a voice and just remember my name. And that way I can feel like I mean something, like I matter, like someone actually took the time. Even if they didn't know me, they took the time out of their day to go check them out. And the same thing with nature. You go out there and they think, no one's paying attention to me. No one cares. Just like people, we get emotional because we're like, man, no one's paying attention. But just by going out there and touching them and be like, hey, what's up, man? Like, thank you for giving me everything that I need. And I want to come out here and I want to check you out, and you can check me out, and we can have an energy distribution, like this sexually charged energy distribution. And maybe that's the reason why I like animals so much, is because they don't even think about it. It's unconditional love. If you give them unconditional love, they sense everything, like babies, like children. They're so sensitive to energy, and they just know. They mimic, they emulate, they understand, just like we do. That's why it's important to just like express yourself. If something feels uncomfortable, well, try to figure out what's going on in your own system. Just by being yourself and being totally happy with yourself, you literally change all of the energy around your entire, your immediate environment, and that just gets sent out like a pyramid scheme. It's like you right here, right? You smile at somebody here when you could have frowned, but you smile, and then they're like, oh, that was nice, and then that trickles down to like their family members that they see every day, and they feel a little bit better, and then they spread that smile to that person, and boom, 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 boom. Next thing you know, you got that pyramid energy that you have literally created by making one decision to smile at somebody instead of being all poopy pants. And I'm not saying you can't be in a poopy mood sometimes. We all need a little help sometimes, but all I'm saying is that by keeping your emotions in check, by doing the things that you absolutely love and not worrying about what other people think about it, you change your entire system inside your body so that you can more easily blend in with any situation because you're totally confident in yourself and you realize how much you really love yourself and the environment that you're in. All right, that's all I have to share. Thank you.